What's up guys, welcome back to the Hunt Family Off-Road. Today we got a short little install for you. We're going to be installing the Total Chaos bed stiffeners on our Gen 3 Tacoma. So with that being said, let's get into it.
Doing the unboxing here, nothing too crazy. They're packaged well, sandwiched in between some cutout foam along with some other goodies. Along with the bed stiffeners themselves, it also came with a bag of hardware, a pamphlet, a sticker sheet, and even a tire pressure gauge, which is pretty cool. You're going to need the following tools for this install. You're going to need a 5/16 drill bit, a socket wrench, a 5/8, a 1/2 inch, and a 10mm socket, a T55 and a T40 torque bit, and a 5/16 wrench or an adjustable wrench. To start it off, we're going to take off our 10mm bolts. We're going to take off this top one, this one right here, which holds your tail light, and then this bottom one here, which also holds your tail light. You're going to move on to your T40 and your T55 bits, and then that should be everything. Once you take off the bolts securing your taillight, go ahead and pop it off and just let it hang. And just like that, everything should be out real easy. My truck's really dirty at the moment, so I went ahead and wiped it down just to get rid of any debris before I put on the bracket. You won't be reusing the swivel tie-down bolt, but you will be using the hardware that's on it. There's 4 washers on it, so just make sure you know the order of them and set it aside for later. Go ahead and grab the 5/8 bolt and washer from the hardware bag. That's going to replace the swivel tie-down bolt you took off, and then go ahead and feed that through the top of the bed stiffener. After that, grab those 4 washers that you saved and put them on the same order on the bottom side of the bracket. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and hand tighten that bolt down as much as you can. Once you have that middle bolt in, go ahead and put the top bolt in, the 10mm, and then the T55 at the bottom. For the next 3 bolts, you're going to have to drill 3 holes into your bedside using the 5/16 drill bit. I like to do this with the bracket already on, so I'm going in the exact spot I need to, and it kind of guides me in so I can go straight. Here I'm just kind of touching up the holes I just made with some paint, just because it's now exposed metal and I don't want it to rust. Once I got all the metal shavings cleaned up, I started putting the 5/16 bolts in. These are going to have a washer on both sides, and it's going to secure into a locking nut on the other side. This is what it looks like through the back. You have your middle one here, your bottom one, and then your top one is right behind this crossbar, but you can still access it pretty easily. To secure these down, you're going to have to hold both sides as you tighten. For this first bolt, I just used my socket wrench, and for the other ones, I used my impact, just to show that you can do this with a socket wrench. It's just much easier to do with them. I did go back and hand tighten everything with my socket wrench just to make sure everything was evenly snug. Now with the bed stiffener now fully secured, let's go ahead and pop our taillight back on and secure those bolts that hold it in. If you're a big Loctite person, you can put Loctite on these bolts. However, I would not put it on the 10mm ones. The 10mm bolts mostly go into plastic, especially the taillight ones. There is Loctite, especially for plastic, so I guess you could use that, but yeah. For this install, I did use every single piece of hardware that was provided. So this is the only thing you should be left over with what you replaced, and with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the final product. Tacomas have composite beds and are more prone to warpage and eventually cracking, especially if you throw your vehicle around off-roading or you carry any type of weight on top of your bedsides like a rooftop tent or something. So I do both of these things, so I decided it was the right move for me. I know heavy warping and cracking is on the extreme side, but you know, it's better safe than sorry. And you know, it wouldn't be a proper send-off without the pups, but that's all I got for the install today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.